And then we talked about the Airbnb game. How many deals do you think people should have under their belt before they start trying to get into the Airbnb game?
I don't know that you have to get into the Airbnb game, right? Like there was a situation with me where I owned property here in Florida a couple years ago. I got somebody that figured out a glitch in the system, which I'm praying to God has been fixed because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want it to happen to more people. But there is a website that the state of Florida uses to manage your business entities, like your LLCs, your S Corps. There was a glitch in there where someone could log in and they could edit other people's documents. You couldn't erase any information, but you could add yourself, like as a manager, to somebody else's LLC. This guy found out my LLCs that own about 40 properties, added himself as a manager to it, found a notary that he paid money to sign off saying that I transferred title from all of my properties to his LLC.
This is what Matthew Cox did. Remember when we talked to Matthew Cox about the fraud?
Dude, that is scary.
Very similar to that.
Wait, actually, let me not ask you that. Never mind, go ahead. Sorry.
So he stole basically all those houses, starts going around North Florida real estate meetups and saying, hey, I got a deal to wholesale you. $60,000, you can get this house. And now the properties were paid off pretty much. There was hardly any debt on any of these properties. And even though what he did was illegal, the title is legally held in his name. Once the notary signs that I gave the properties to him and he goes to the assessor's office and has it recorded in his name, he can do that. So the guy ends up going to the property manager and saying, hey, David gave me his properties, pay me the rent. The property manager comes to me and he's like, what the hell is this? I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. Like, this needs to stop. We contact the sheriff's office. It takes them forever to figure this out because they don't have experience dealing with the crime. You don't have deputy sheriffs know what the hell they're doing. And I wanted to get it to escalate it to the federal level. And
they didn't. It's wire fraud all day.
Very frustrating. So basically the houses I lost control of. The tenants all moved out. The dude shows up with his homies with guns, like a goon squad, telling the tenants to pay rent. The tenants all get scared and just leave. So I got like 20 vacant houses that have become trap houses.
Oh my God.
Prostitutes are in and out of there. People selling drugs. They're stealing my air conditioning. They're stealing the copper out of the house. And I can't do anything about it because I don't have title to them. The police show up and they're like, yeah, you had title. What can we do here? So it took like a year for the prosecution to actually happen with this guy.
That is scary, bro.
It was horrible. So I get the properties back and they're all effed up. It's a big mess, right? So, and then this is worse. The state of Florida told me we can't promise it won't happen again.
Wow.
It's on the docket to be voted on next year, but for now it's the same case. And so I'm thinking this dude's probably telling Sully right now exactly how he did it, and word's going to get out, and this is going to happen again.
So they're basically, okay, one more time to go through this. So they're going online,
logging into the website that Florida uses to manage properties.
Yep.
Or sorry, manage business entities.
Okay, so the Department of State or the Secretary
of State, and there's a specific site I don't want to mention because I don't want to make it easier for people to do it. Right? They add themselves as a secretary or a manager or someone within your organization, and then from that point they have the authority to transfer title. Which is what he did. He made up his own LLC. He said, okay, David's 40 properties he gave to me for $1 or something like that. And now he has control over these. He gets them recorded in his name with the county assessor's office. So title shows this.
Without you ever being there.
I didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah.
So he had to have paid off a notary to be able to do this.
Yeah.
So now I have to sell them because I don't want this to happen again. I sell the whole thing to a hedge fund, which is what started just a massive issue for the last 2.5 years in my financial life, where I had to go buy short-term rentals because I had like a 1031 and there was nowhere I could go buy property that I could buy 40 new homes that I could actually look at and make sure they cash flow and analyze them correctly. Yeah. And this happened coincidentally right when they raised rates. So I'm now having to go spend, basically, I had to go buy, I had to invest about $4 million worth of money at a time that interest rates are now starting to go up and the homes are more expensive, so that it's even harder to get cash flow.
Holy shit, man.
I just thought about something. What if somebody did that strategy to buy your properties later on? You know what I'm saying?
Normally, you can't log into the state website and edit somebody else's legal entities. That was just a glitch in the state of Florida's process where that was able to happen.
Today's sponsor is Be Naked. After 30, your testosterone drops by 2% every year. Yeah, that's right. While you're out here scrolling TikTok, your masculinity is packing his bags. But you don't have to be that guy. Step up with Naked Organs. This ain't no soy boy supplement. This is straight up 100% bison organs, liver, kidney, heart. The stuff men have been using for centuries to stay sharp, strong, and keep their testosterone sky high. Forget your vegan pea protein, quinoa, or whatever weak sauce they're pushing. This is Primal Power, packed with B12, iron, and zinc. Real nutrients that your body needs to stay jacked and ready to dominate. Go to BeNaked.com, use code FRESH, and get 15% off. Keep your masculinity in check, guys. Code word FRESH. BeNaked.com, use code FRESH for 15% off.
Support them, support us.